My name is Justina Omondi. I am a young accountant technician who is a mother to one.
My name is Anthony Omondi, and I'm a heavy plant student at BSET.
My name is Lebogang Seboko. I am an entrepreneur. I run an events company.
My name is Kibala Tetsi. I'm a young entrepreneur in Botswana. I have a business, two businesses actually. One that is in the tourism space, and the other one operates in the general supplies and solutions.
So how I initially heard about COVID, it was from the news, and it was when it was still in China, when it was still pretty much escalating in Wuhan. That's when I found out about it through the media, through the news. That's when I found out about COVID.
First heard about it in the news. I think it was CNN. End of January, I think, somewhere there.
December. For example, na le bolwetse ko China mme go gale go bola batho e bo go nna go tlaela go ntse go ana maela le mahatsama ya no rena le tumelo ya gore ke bolwetse ba makgowa hela ka se bolwetse bo karamang.
We started hearing of COVID in December 2019. I remember there was a lot of conversation, whispers of this virus, this pandemic in Wuhan, China, and the conspiracies there of how they were concealing it and all that. So, yeah, I mean, I took an interest in it, but it was mostly just general news to me. I was just thinking it's a disease in China that's just going to affect the Chinese. At most, it'll pass on to the US and the Europes. But at that point, we didn't foresee it as a pandemic that would inhibit travel and therein affect our business.
I first heard about COVID on TV and on the internet. As you can imagine, my business needs for me to always be a step ahead, doing research and knowing what the latest trends are. So with that, I needed to do an in-depth research of how it will affect the business and if it will reach our parts. Because as you can imagine, it started in China, and when it began last year, November, I thought it would be something like SARS. SARS never came to our shores. We were that fortunate until beginning of the year, Jan, Feb. That's when I knew it's here and we had to do something. I had to do something, think differently.
Since January, really, we lost a lot of business. So we had to cut back on, readjust on what we sell and how we sell, what we can sell in our country and in South Africa, because that's mostly where we were selling to South Africa. And internationally, really, we were not selling much from January, February. Those were very, very hard months for us. Going forward, there was nothing in terms of travel. So we had to adjust and find a way, find other forms of revenue for our business.
It was the second week of March, I think, that when it arrived in South Africa, that now it really hit home. At that time, I just thought to myself, maybe I should stock up on hand sanitizers, and a colleague of mine said, well, why don't we resell them, right? Why don't we stock them up and resell them? Because clearly we are gonna run out if everybody's closing the shores. We need to really stock up not only for ourselves but our families. That's how it started, and then eventually said, look, why don't we try reselling? Then that's when we got the bright idea of, stocking up on hand sanitizers and then putting out just to our social circles, guys, if you can't find a hand sanitizer that clicks or pharmacies, come to us. To a point where we even had somebody manufacture them for us.
You could see that evidently we are going to have to shut down the business and stay home, as my neighbor South Africa had done. So what we then did is we took inventory at the office, started cleaning, packing up, so that by the time we close, everything is in order. We know exactly what we have, what we don't have.
As students all over Botswana, we were told to go back home way before everyone else. So we kind of had like a preliminary lockdown before everyone. So school stopped immediately.
Noticed an opportunity of repatriations where we started receiving inquiries from embassies on transportation during the COVID-19, because they had some nationals, immigrants that were in the country that wanted to go back, and we saw the opportunity there. We started servicing some embassies, moving people from all the way from Kasane, Maun, all the way to the Ramatlala border, where they could cross, where there was an access point. So that also boosted the travel business. It made sure that at least doors remained open. My colleagues, our workforce is in place. We didn't have to get rid of, we didn't have to reduce our staff. We didn't have to cut any salaries, so that's what's been keeping us afloat. Even now, that's what we are doing.
So through lockdown, I thought that it was a very hard, it was a very challenging experience, really. It was having to adjust the day in and day out, being a mother to one, having to deal with a young person, educating a young person. It's not easy to teach a young person. Because being a mom, dealing with that regret running around, hyper energetic person, energy on a million. So you have to work as well. Them asking you, Mama, we rain, them climbing over you, and you having to do your duties as well on the same kanako.
Botshelo ba lockdown tota hela go nna hela mo serubing tota hela ka bokhutswaneng ka re no go sena botshelo go tlhaela no go sena botshelo ka gore go nna o sa bereke go nna hela mo lapeng ke botshelo bo re sa botlwaelang ka itse go tswa ra go iperekela re thiba diphatlhale le hane gongwe mo o ka re goromente o thusitse ka dijo mo na thusa teng ka dijo di re se hela ne di sa thusise ka gore ne le go ja mme matshelo a mangwe a nae.
It was a great experience. I honestly enjoyed my lockdown. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoyed my time to myself, my time with my son. We have gotten to bond with. Being away from family was painful. I haven't seen most of my family members in the past 2 months of lockdown. So I missed my family, video chatting, and of course, the adjustment that now I have to use the internet more frequently. Staying in Tlokweni, internet is not the best thing. It's very, very weak. So having to use platforms that's internet there, I had to video chat with my family where I can video chat at work, send emails. So really, it was just the whole adjustment that it had to be the new normal. Like, what other options did you have? So yeah, I really enjoyed my time in lockdown.
ganne go sena tsone dinonyane ke be ke dirile yana hale.
Send emails to client to say, okay, this thing is happening. We're going to shut down. We're going to be working from home. In the event that you need a code, you need a concept design, whatever it may be, we are now working from home. That's when we shut down, and we've been home since March. We're still home. We're still working from home until the government lifts the ban for eventing.
Mara ha ke ntse ke le misi ke bona ka ha boletse bo bone bo hetsa batho ka teng. Ke ne ka kgona go bona gore o itse gore gore le hatse le kgona go hela gore le hatse le kgona go hela ka go nyana mo go nyenyane go go sala go sena ute.
So lockdown has been quite a learning curve. It's been very interesting. I honestly, personally believe that I learned quite a lot, not only about myself but my business as well. I also learned a lot about my colleagues. I got to see them work from home. I understand clearly their strengths and their weaknesses. And going forward, I know how to allocate tasks because I was managing from home and everybody was working from home.
Joli tsone di hela muntu sala hela go sena bana le bone ba lila kana e ra akanya le gore ka be re le go salone ele ka be re tsara hela bana ba tsela sente ka malatso wa bona gore go ntse so go le tough tota le go mpena go se go wena.
And then I had to go back home and then make arrangements with a lecturer who was willing. I think just 1 out of 5 lecturers actually was willing to help us from the comfort of their own homes.
Jaka bo rona re bana go security go ne gore ba balla thata ka gore so santlane go sena transport di permit le tsone go bona permit hela ne le kganyeng le thata mo tsone go na go hetsa di ke o sa phiogile go sena permit go sokola we dira tse go tla go dirwa tsa online le yone ba tle ba re ba go dira we hetsa 5 days 5 days wa go yela hela o ntse ro ha o ro heta ha ro dilo go nya ra ga o wela ko la teng nya ra ga e o wela ko la teng so tota hela yone hela ka diputshwane hela no go sena botshelo.
So I've been home, and this is the longest I've been home with my family because, as you can imagine, my line of business, you're always on the road, you're working late, you're sleeping less, you're barely eating. You're lucky if you're able to go to gym. So I had been going to gym before. I found myself doing home workouts, cooking more for my family, decluttering, which I do every season if I can. So I've done that, a bit of gardening, homegrown vegetables.
Teng tota go bua nnete jaaka o togere go ne go le thata ke felo go ne go le thata to gore ke ra akanya gore okay fine rent yone re ta bona kae a gona madi re ntsela mo mantluru tola re robetse the whole day ka moso hape go dia hela ke re le ndo beno bata rent wena gona madi a ke re tiro yeme ya no do tsona le tsone.
Personally, it's been I'd say amazing. I don't know. I mean, I got to spend. I have a 5-month-old baby, and a lovely wife. We had so much fun together. It's one of those things that you get to appreciate. I'll never probably get any other chance in spending so much time until retirement, probably, which is hopefully at 40.
Hela ke le no sina ke dumela gore e re bereketse ga nne risk le rana mo serudi gongwe re ke re tshwana le mahatsana mo rona ile re le palo e nyenyane gongwe re ke re bua Botswana re bua dikhandisete.
It was not easy, but through the process I had to get comfortable with it and be okay with being at home. Really, I've actually even enjoyed being at home. I've gotten to exercise, farming. I've planted a bunch of trees in around my surroundings. And just that, it has toned you down and brought you to a point of relaxation. Okay, this is the new normal. This is so yeah, what I learned through COVID.
So going forward, post COVID-19, we see a lot of growth. We see ourselves operating very fiercely in the domestic tourism market. That's for the tourism business. Tourism is a very resilient market, and we are just as resilient. We will obviously have to expand on our technology, which is what we're going to focus on, and ownership. I noticed that in Botswana we don't really own the booking platforms, the processes. Everything is done from either South Africa, Europe, or London. So we need a system that we can call our own. And also, Botswana do not generally travel locally, so that's a huge opportunity to position ourselves as the number one stop for booking local experiences. And that's what we intend to do. We intend to knock on doors and break down barriers and perceptions as well, so that people get to understand the hidden gem that is Botswana.
And also, I'm curious to know how the classroom is going to be, for example, because we are 30 in the class, and that's more than the current requirement. Since I've 2 meters, you can't stick 30 people in our classroom, barely 2 meters apart. That's impossible. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work out and how we are going to help each other students, because that's also one invaluable thing about being a student, is getting help from your fellow student. That 101, type of experience from 2 meters away, that's going to be difficult.
I said, go thata tota go bua nnete a ke itse gore nka go bolelela ke reng a gore
re lebile seemo
re lebile seemo sa
gore go tsamaya
wa bona
rona kana bile go wese mo disaloneng ka
gongwe e tlo nna hela ape go
bua gape go
lotelang gape wa bona gore go ntse
yana re itse gore re tana mare tsamaile go iragala.
We're going to see people now scaling down the numbers from 50 to maybe 10, 20, I don't know. So yes, we are ready to go back to business. Obviously, observing the regulations, a meter apart, everyone needs to wear their masks. When we are to set up at an event, we would need to have an event register. Who came? Who are they? Did we take their temperature? Did they sanitize? During the event, did we constantly give them hand sanitizers?
Business-wise, we have leaner goals going forward. We'll be going back to work on the 25th of May for the first time since lockdown. And we're all eager to get to the office and connect with our clients, reach out to our clients. It's been, I'd say an amazing experience.
But over and above all, I was supposed to write examinations May and June. So we're in May now and end of May. And I'm not even sure when I'm gonna write my examinations. So I think that's the most concerning part, because reading, I think I can read as much as I have now, what I've been provided with. But I'm really worried about examinations because my life is on pause. When I had my projection of what the year was going to be, I had no idea about this. I made plans, I was supposed to work, and now I can't even think about what's going to happen in December, next year, January. I don't have that projection, because there's still this cloud looming over us that the disease is still here. There's nowhere where we can go.
nna ke leno se ke ithutile gore ke kgonne go bona gore botshelo bo kgona go hela botshelo bo kgona go hela ka selo se senyenyane go sena le ha ile ba bona
tota ke feel gore we have learned a lot mo nakong ya corona, gore it's possible gore re ka gokotsa di working hours tsa rona re be bereke mo Botswana. We don't have to work the whole 8 to 5 shift re kgona gore motho a bereke ebile gongwe re bereka re ta re fapana mo tirong go sa re rothe mo officing ka nako e one gore nako tse dingwe bangwe ba ka bereka ko lapeng bangwe ba ka bereka ko tirong because go a bonagala gore gone re kgona go ntse maduo a ona ntse a kgona go tswalang batho ba berekela ko lapeng. So tota ga go ke dilo tse leng gore di kgona gore di diragale, and it's something that we need to consider really the organization mo Botswana gore go nne le more flexible working hours, especially for rona batsadi ba eleng gore bana ba rona ba tsetse ba le bannye.
When it comes to our general supply business, we notice that there's also incredible opportunity for manufacturing. As Botswana, we literally do not own anything, and we've discovered that passion to create things for ourselves. We need to create, even from produce and create. I'm talking from the mask to the hat to the t-shirt to the shoe, you name it. We need to own the machines that make the bread. We can do it. I noticed that there's that.
Re dule mo siribi me bo amaruri kana go gore ga sore ga re setse re dule ya gora gore bolwetse bone bo edile ya ntlhaela sa ntlhaela ke ka ra Batswana ya la ka a re tsweleng hela re ne re itlhokomela re tswelle re itlhokomela re tse di kgakollo sa ba bongaka le gone ha ile gore ga gona go pehela go ke ya nteng ga ke bereke ga ke reng ke mo lapeng hela yone metsamao e mesesanyane e sa tlhokegeng a re nne hela re hopotse re itlhokomela go itlhelleng hela re tla mo seemong se go teng bolwetse bo hedile.
Also putting in time to see what it is that I can do for my business so that we sort of stay afloat. What are the new trends? What are we doing? What can I do alongside what I've been doing to make money? Because the idea is to make money. Most of all, stay alive. So I am staying alive. I'm staying fit. I'm eating right. I'm getting enough sleep. I'm catching up with reading. I'm more saner, I may say. I've got a bit of hold on what I do with my time.
Evaluate your life, readjust and change. Maybe reduce the things that you felt were necessary in your life before Corona. Okay, after the coronavirus hit the world, I had to be a different person. And is this different person what I can go forward with or not? But now I feel like I've learned a lot, and I like the mindset that it has gotten me into, and I'll keep it with me going forward. Yeah.
Gona le kwalo hela le ke itshegeditseng thata ka lone thata ga ke tsena mo diemong ga ke tsena mo dikgwetlhong lo le ke na le go ikgomotsa ka lone nka rata go le share hela le rona Botswana 2 Corinthians chapter 12 go simologa hela mo go 7 go bala ditemananyana go tsena ha tlesenyana ga go boile a re ke ne ka tsengwa motlo mona mennyane mme go lo mo go dirwa ke monkelo wa nna gore a ntlhoko hatse ke se ka ikgodisa bobe a re ke ne ka rapela ga raro ka ga selosi gore se ntlogele mme moangelo wa modimo a ntha tshego ga tswane e go lekana ke gone a re ke gone ke tla ipelang ke le mo makoeng gore thata ya modimo e tle e bona diwa ka gore bogolo ba modimo bo lekanyediwa mo bokoeng. So tota hela se ke le kang go sera Batswana hela go gore mo seemong sone se re le mo go sone kana mo seemong se go bona la re tswa mo go sone mo diemong di pehela dikgwetlho e pehele re kopane le mo go sone a re itshegetseng ka gore teng tota ga go le nthata teng ke teng mo modimo a supegang teng gore o teng ke teng ha modimo bogolo ba modimo bo itshupang teng re ka tsaya se ka irelela ha tshela Botswana gore ra amegile mare ga ra amega jaaka mahatshe a mang ka ntlha ya bogolo ba modimo hela jaaka le rona pina ya rona ya setšhaba hela e bua gore le ha tshela rona ke mpho ya modimo.